Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Cyber 92 here. I'm here with Fu.
William Espinosa.
And what did you do at the Vegas Regional today?
I went 6 and 1.
6 and 1.
I had to remember how many rounds it was.
7 rounds.
Yeah, 6 and 1 with the deck. I was actually having a lot of fun with this today. It was my third Vegas Regional. I would say it's the second regional I topped as well. Topped the one before, but it was actually a lot of fun here.
Heck yeah! And you came in 4th place. And what deck were you playing today?
I was playing Stun.
Yo, Asian Persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gave me influence for the list. I made some minor adjustments and everything. Did some testing and everything. My little brother, he might build a deck, and this is what came of it.
All right, let's see the deck list, man.
So for monsters, I decided, to run 2 Dogmatica Ecclesia.
Oh, do you mind flip it upside down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
2 Dogmatica Ecclesia. I was like, the card came up a lot as far as, you'll see some of the other cards in here to search. Pretty typical for like Dogmatica Punishment and everything. The effect to protect against the extra deck actually didn't come up too much, but it did come up, I think, once or twice during this event. I was able to stun with a lot of that just to stall them long enough to get to my other win cons. For the first Floodgate, I was playing 2 Torrent. Decided 2 was the best one. Also couldn't find a 3rd in time, which is another reason, but 2 actually worked out for me because in most matches, I was just Floodgate enough to get to where I needed to go. Beyond that, I played 3 Jowgen. This card was probably the highlight of the deck today. Against Snake Eye and Fire King, this just completely shuts them out. None of their stuff negates and destroys, so I can literally just set 2, normal summon this, and just pop everything.
Do all the hard work, just slap that.
Beyond that, I was like, the monsters, wrapping it up, is Fossil Dyna. The effect, it was just basically a large beater that floodgated everything. And I was like, especially with Moon Mirror Shield paired with Jowgen and everything, it was just, most people couldn't handle it. When one of these hit the field and when 2 hit the field, was pretty much game.
Heck yeah.
And then for the spells, this deck is largely spells. Obviously, 3 Time Tearing. A lot of lists were playing 2, like Asian Persuasions was running 2. And my testing, 3 was ideal because even though if you open it, it's more of a brick, 3 gave you that guarantee to open it in the first couple turns that would give you the advantage going forward because that's what you were trying to do in overall. For this one, I was for searchers or draws. I was playing 2 Prosperities. These allowed me just to dig in. Little tip I ran with these: I never banished 6. I was always banishing 3 because they're less likely to respond to that. And I had no one ash this today, despite the multiple opportunities. I will say there were a lot of times I hit something like this or one of my floodgates, and it was perfect. 3 duality on this one. Most lists are running this at 2. I decided 3 because I wanted a lot of extra search power and to guarantee that. If I didn't open one of these, I wanted to try to get to this and guarantee those searches. For Moon Mirror Shield, again, a lot of people are running this at 2. I think this is probably one of the most busted cards in the deck. This needs to be at 3 in pretty much every list because you want to guarantee to see this. This, alongside any of the floodgates, you just win. They can't do anything. Standard for this one is 3 decisive battles. I was like, that was a huge win con for me today. I was like, being able to protect everything from destruction against Harpies, Lightning Storm, battle, whatever is huge. Standard again, 2 Nadir Servant. I would say being able to search Dogmatic Ecclesia and pop a card or draw a card, however it goes, was a huge help for me. Especially I had multiple instances where I activated this, they had a set card, sent into this, pop the set card, which is usually Imperm or something, trying to go around in game 1 or 2. Or sorry, 2 or 3. And then obviously Card of Demise. This actually, I never activated this card today. Surprisingly. I often cited it out for something else because it just felt like it was a better card, but it's still good. It's a good fallback just in case to have. And then for the traps, sorry.
Oh, you good?
Standard 3 Dogmatica Punishment. I will say obviously being able to pop a card, search off Ecclesia, it's like a 1 card, like basically you get +2 I think or something off of all of it. It's a huge card, and I was like, it came up in clutch a lot. I had one match where I set all 3 of these, and I was able to just wipe out everything my opponent did. I decided a little bit different. I decided to play Crackdown to be able to take control of my opponent's monster. Can't attack or activate its effects, but being able to take one of the beaters and protect myself with it came up clutch. I was like, I decided to run it at 3 for that exact reason. At one point, I was gonna take this out, but then I decided to keep it just for that kind of purpose. And then for a little bit of change as well, I was playing 3 skill drain in my deck. A lot of people were saying it's kind of counterintuitive for Fossil Dyna and Jowgen and everything, which they kind of do have a point in that regard. But you got to think about the overall aspect of the deck. I was like, if they Emperor my Dyna and I don't have anything else to follow up, floodgate them, I just lose. So skill drain was a fallback, basically in that situation. I had a lot of situations where I just had it set and just waiting, but there were some situations I won because of skill drain. They couldn't do anything. And then 3 Solemn Judgment, I was like, that's pretty standard as well. It's a good card. I was like, I literally had a game against Purely actually round 4. I opened all 3 of these.
Dang.
And just completely
crazy.
shut down everything they did.
Yo.
And then the other card I added differently was Dark Bribe. I decided with my little brother that imperms and droplets was the biggest issue of this deck and biggest weakness. So main deck the outs to him. I was like, it worked. I was like, I negated a lot of imperms, a lot of droplets, and a lot of like just random spell cards and everything too, which was kind of stuff.
Heck yeah.
So for the side deck, I was playing 2 Baker Tops. This was actually gave me a beater. I was like, most of the time I didn't use the pop effect, just gave me a beater to use. I was also playing Santa Clauses. I felt like Santa Claus was a little bit better than Kaijus and everything because I could use more than one a turn, and it gave me a little bit more to play off of. In the side, I was also doing Super Poly. I decided it was going to be something against a lot of the road decks and everything. Didn't really face it, and didn't really ever use Super Poly today. It was probably the one card I do cut, if I'm being honest. And then 3 Evenly. A lot of people are main decking it. I decided the side was better because I could do a lot going first and then going second. Imperial Iron Wall. This was a card that never really came up, but I don't want to cut it just because the use of it is still pretty good.
Respect evenly match.
Yeah, protecting against evenly match.
Pot of
SP,
prosperity.
That
So
too.
much.
So the whole thing helped out a lot. And then I sided a 3rd Dark Bribe. I felt like 6 in the main deck was a little too much, so I sided 1 to give me a little bit extra boost going 2nd or 3rd, or on game 2 or 3, where I was trying to make sure I protected myself against the Imperm or the, the Droplet. And then the final card was...
Oh, let's see, what is it?
was actually Marshmallow.
What? Yo, you're crazy.
So this card, I had needed 1 card in my extra deck or side deck, and I didn't know what to put, and I didn't have a Time Wind con. So I decided, I'm gonna throw in my little brother's favorite card because he helped me build the deck.
Wow.
I was able to actually resolve this card twice today.
Wow, guys, if you guys see this, let's skyrocket this.
I would say it actually came in clutch. Being able to not be destroyed by battle and being able to deal that damage came in clutch for me.
Heck yeah, and then the extra deck.
The extra deck, I decided to have a link in there that would kind of give me a little bit of something extra utilage if I had like 2 Ecclesias or something on the field.
Yeah.
Came up once for me today. And then the Tri-Brigade Link 5 to send off of Dogmatica. I play Typhon to give it a little bit extra body just in case, like through skill drain or whatever. Gilta for a Super Poly target, same with Mud Dragon. I played 2 Garuras, 1 for Super Poly, 1 to send. Most of the time I was sending these. 3 Intis, 3 Titanic Clad, Sanctifier, and a Mirror Jade.
Wow, you prepare a lot. Okay.
I was playing for being able to protect it as much as I could off of it. I usually only sent like 3 of these, but it still helped having all of those around.
Yeah.
It was a huge help for me.
Yeah, and before ending this video, you want to give any shout outs?
Shout out to my little brother. He actually spent all night the night before I came out here testing this deck on Omega and just completely like optimized the deck best he could. He wanted to make sure I did this really well. Shout out to my girlfriend as well. She basically gave me the support for this and everything, and she's been kind of supportive of everything going on for me and everything. Actually gave me a little custom token card and everything.
Oh, that's so nice.
But yeah, I was like, shout out to my friends and everything. They helped me support. They helped me play test of the deck and make sure that it was perfect. And I was like, obviously the results showed it for themselves.
Heck yeah, and congrats on top 4. Hopefully to see you soon. And guys, this is not Fire King or Snake Eye. Let's go ahead, Asian Persuasion. We made you happy. Let's go. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Subscribe. Peace.